श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण हरि हरि Sriman Narayana Hari Hari. Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Siya Ram. A warm welcome to you. And in today's program, we are going to understand different aspects of the life of Sri Dattatreya Bhagavan. In a satsang, when we get together, we share different ideas and meanings. And Sanghe Shakti Samahitaha, we grow together. What we want to do in life is everybody has a piece of puzzle. So if I get unhealthy, I have to go to the doctor to fix me, correct? And if my water pipes in the house breaks or something breaks in the plumbing, I need the help of a plumber. In a similar way, when I need house building, I need an engineer who can do that for me. What I'm trying to say is we all have different pieces of puzzles. And when we acknowledge, respect, and welcome them in our lives, they work in synchronization and health. Otherwise, what happens is we have lopsided achievements in life. Barabar ne? So, a warm welcome to you. Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Siya Ram. Today, Monday, Suprabhatam, had a lovely day today. I hope you all had as well. And at the same time, as we go along on Facebook, I see અલકાબેન વિઠલાણી જોડાઈ ગયા છે, નીતાબેન સૂચક, મીનાબેન પટેલ, રશ્મિબેન અને સાથે સાથે રક્ષાબેન પોપટ. Manjiraji Chaudhary has joined in. So nice to see you, Manjiraji, here. I hope we can get your lovely more bhajans from you. We look forward to them. Amazing, amazing. So lovely. Even still, I play them all the time at home. And so we are going ahead to understand our satsang and understanding of dharma. Dattatreya Ji Maharaj, he taught us a lot of things. And he gave us a starter. I don't know if you make dahi at home. Nowadays, people have gone all, push a button and buy, push a button and buy. But we used to make dahi at home. We used to make dahi, yogurt at home. And how do we do that? We make it by adding a starter culture. So we take milk and then we add small little starter culture to it. And that little culture goes into the big dahi, big milk container, and whole of that container converts from milk to yogurt, dahi. Only a little starter culture. Do you see? In a similar way, what we do is we take our dharma and infuse it in a little bit in our life, and we grow. Pujya Dattatreya Ji Maharaj, he learned little bits from different parts of his life and converted into his life learnings. He is giving us a little starter culture. So he's saying, learn this from that, this from that, this from that. And he's giving us a startup saying, now you go ahead and learn from more. Barabar? He's given us a starter culture. So how do we succeed in our life is to do with our dinacharya, our daily routine. And most often, people, when they are struggling emotionally, physically, financially, they are struggling often because they are out of whack in their own personal daily routine. It's messed up. Right things are not given the correct responsibilities and timings. Some good things are neglected and bad things are invited. That causes trouble in life. So, as a part of our routine, we always start with prayers. Let's join our hands, close our eyes, and pray together. Harihi Om Chandana. The beautiful chanda that have been created one by one, like sorta, like kavitas, They give us so much messages. And in Hindu faith, you see them all around. And therefore, Pujya Goswami Tulsidas ji starts with a different varna of them. So here we go. Varnanam artha sandhanam rasanam chandasamapi mangalanam cha kartaro vande vani vinayako Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasarupino Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti Siddha Swantahasthamishwaram Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankararupinam Yamashito hi vakropi Chandrah sarvatra vandyate Sita Rama Gunagrama Punyaranya Viharino Vande Vishuddha Vijjano Kavishwara Kapishwaro बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Well done. With those lovely vibrations, we welcomed the divine vibrations in our life. Often people say, why are we praying? What's the point of praying? Because praying, how is it going to really help us? And what I try to answer to that is that if you pray, the benefits of prayers are unique. The moment you go into the prayers, you're getting into the wavelength of the divine. And the likes help each other in the sense that God connects us at a certain frequency. You want to be at that frequency. In the sense, if you want to be playing in the Premier League, say you want to play football in a Premier League on a top level, you can't be playing at a lower level and expect you to be chosen to play in the Premier League. They will not let you in. So to get into that league, you have to up your game to that level. Correct? So even in our lives, we have to do that. To welcome God in our life, we have to raise our game as well so that God accepts us. Whereas a lot of silly people sometimes just selfishly do this, saying, oh God, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Thank you very much. If only that was easy, there would be no beggar in this world, because beggar can just beg and get everything. It doesn't work like that. That is not against saying the beggars. Everywhere there are police control saying in a PR, you have to be politically correct. Against the beggars, the idea is not that, because begging doesn't make you only successful. You have to have the right vibrations that connect with the right divine. Even hard work does it. A lot of people, you might know some people who work very hard in their life. Physically, they have worked so much, they have destroyed their body working hard, still made very little success financially, emotionally, and spiritually. Why? Because they didn't connect their hard work to the wavelength that was required. If you want to go to London and you are trying to drive very fast in a very fast car going north, whereas the London is in the south, you will never reach London. No matter how fast you go, how hard you try, how much you accelerate, you will go in the opposite direction. So direction is important, vibration is important, being at the right level is important. So let's go and understand different parts of our understanding that Pujya Dattatreya Ji Maharaj has given us. We've covered a few before, and the other gurus we are going to cover today, because I want to move on to a fresh new chapter tomorrow. Okay, so we are going to conclude from 16 to 24th, all the gurus that Dattatreya Maharaj had in his life. So we were going to the next one is deer. You know Haran, deer. What happens to deer is deceived by his fear. I don't know what happens, I've heard about it that when the hunting people go into the jungle for hunting deers and other animals, they use sound and drums. Dum 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 dum. And they are very good at it. They are very clever. They put drummers all around in a circle and then they slowly all close in. So what does the deer do? Deer is afraid of the drum and the sounds. So deer runs in the opposite direction. And that's exactly what the hunter wants. Deer runs and runs and runs and falls into the pit which has been made for trapping the deer. That's what the hunters do as well. And so over here, Dattatreya Maharaj is saying, don't fear about the noise around you. Do not succumb to the pressures of others that design on you. So you might have heard somebody in your life who has come as a salesperson who is very pushy salespeople trying to push you, saying, take the deal or the deal will be off. You will never get this. This is a unique one-time final deal, last deal, unique deal. Take it or leave it or you won't get it ever again. You might have heard it somewhere. It's saying, I read it in a shop somewhere. Once it's gone, it's gone. Well, yeah, we know that. But you're just playing on our insecurities in our mind. Okay, oh, this beautiful dress, now that it will be sold away, it will be gone. Ha! There were best dresses designers hundreds of years ago. There are good designers today, and there will be better and even new designers next year. There were new dresses coming before, they have come here, and they will come in the future. It's not as if that the world is going to get extinct today, and this is your last chance to buy that one dress. Do you see? But they play on your insecurities. This is the advertisement people. They say, buy it now or lose it. And that's the message of Dattatreya Maharaj saying, don't be a deer. Don't be afraid of the noises around you. Try to see in the concept, why are they drumming up that negativity to you to get this deal sealed now so that you sign on the dotted line or open your wallet and pay them? Correct? We go to the next point. Next one, the guru he made was fish. Now, you know how is fish caught? Normally, traditionally, the fish catching was simple thing. They used to go to the river, throw the hook in, and on the end of the hook, there's a canto, there's a hook, right? And in that hook, they put a little bit of food, something for the fish. So fish thinks, oh, there's food, there's food, there's food. And the selfish fish, hungry fish, greedy fish goes after that, bites it. And in biting the food, she gets bitten. She gets caught. And she can't get out now. She's struggling and she's pulled back and she's taken out of water, of course, killed and eaten away. So what can we learn from that? Don't go after the greed of little crumbs. When you see little crumbs for you here and there, don't go under the greed of that. If you look carefully, there are better things outside as well. And I'm sure if you're on Facebook and such messages in a platform, the media platforms, on these different social media platforms, you might have seen that sometimes there are people who are trying to sell you get rich quick schemes now. So you get something and you'll become quickly rich tomorrow. They know people are struggling already. So they are sometimes, not all, but sometimes they are trying to bait you. They are trying to catch you, get your 20, 30, 40 pounds from you and give you something which is very hard for you to learn, very rare chance that you will learn from it and succeed from it. Then Dattatreya Maharaj took a guru from courtesan. So a courtesan is a lady who lives in the courts and in a place is where she amuses people and takes care of them in that way. From that, he learned that they are using their time to share it with money and body. It's a sale. Over here, Dattatreya Maharaj very clearly saying that don't do that. Don't share your time and your life of peace of life just for a piece of money. And that is, if you're working in your life, your work should be seva, meaning I do, say for example, let's start from me. I do pujas and religious ceremonies because they give me enthusiasm. So if I'm going to a ceremony, I look forward to it. I say, oh, let's go, let's go. It will be fun. In the evening when I'm preparing for this satsang, I'm saying, let's do it, let's do it. I look forward to do. Whereas some people who go to the job, they hate it, they stress about it, they don't look forward to it, they worry about it. They're saying, oh no, it's Monday again. I'll have to go to the job now. Do you see the problem? So there are lots of people, in fact, majority of the people in this world hate their jobs. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't use our life as courtesan, where for a bit of money, we are giving a bit of our life and time away. We should do work where there is good reimbursement, but it should reflect on your job satisfaction and in happiness of your life. Now, if you can't find a job that you love, then the temporary thing might be a good idea to start to love what you do. That way, when comes Monday, you are not stressed and negative about it. You're positive about it. In the meanwhile, keep searching for a job where you're going to have job satisfaction and you're going to enjoy your job. So, do you see, Dattatreya Maharaj is giving us lessons of our life where people can learn from their own life. It is for your benefit that he is giving you all this. And as we go ahead, let's see, we've got a lot of people who've joined in since. And we've got Devila Patel saying Jai Shri Krishna and Om Namah Shivaya, Hemang Bhai. Bharat Bhai Kotecha કહે છે Jai Shri Krishna to all and thank you Hemang Bhai. Ranjan Ben Chauhan જોડાયા છે. કરસન કાકા જોડે ગયા છે. क्या बात है કાકા? Good to see you. Susmita Ben Mistri and Jayashri Ben Patni. At the same time, we've got Kalpana Ben Malhotra saying mind is milk, world is water. Milk dissolves in water. Infuse milk with God. It becomes yogurt and finally butter. Oh wow! क्या बात है, butter तो मने बहुत भावे. Especially toasted butter bread in the morning. And butter cannot dissolve in water. Increase your frequency with God's grace. So true, definitely. So you have to look further and further and further. What is the arka? Meaning all starts from the grass with the cows, right? It goes to the milk and then you make yogurt from it. Then you make butter from it. Then you make ghee out of it. The end product is ghee. Same way with the beautiful flower tree. It all starts with the soil, goes to the tree trunk, goes to the branches, and from there it goes to the leaves and the flower buds. And from flower, what do you get is the essence. That is the final destination where the tree has grown to its fullest potential. Find your potential. Thank you, Kalpana Ben. And further, Jaishi Ben Karya જોડાયા છે, Chaya Ben and Ramesh Bhai and Raju Bhai Pandya જોડાયા છે. Our job satisfaction is doing puja for everyone. Pranam Prabhu, so true. Thank you very much. And everybody has different job satisfaction. It doesn't have to be any one thing. So long as you're happy with your own work, wonderful. ભૂપેન્દ્ર ભાઈ હાથી જોડાયા છે USA થી. Warm welcome to you, મારા ભાઈ. દિલેશ ભાઈ તન્ના, હર હર ભોલેનાથ. And Atul Bhai Karya as well, saying Jai Siya Ram to everyone. So, yes, this is what he taught us from the example of courtesan. That don't, because if you just give a piece of your life for a piece of money, all you're doing is a trade which is not going to reflect into your job satisfaction and happiness. You won't be happy for doing your work. There has to be a job satisfaction factor in your life, because otherwise people get stressed out and they get into negative. So go into the positive. Next, he gave a wonderful, wonderful guru to us, and that is a child. What do you learn from a child? Nirdosh, completely innocent. And do you see children? They are normally blissful. Of course, when they are hungry and when they want nappy changing, they get upset a bit. But otherwise, they play around, whatever, goo goo, boo boo, ju ju, ju ju. They are having fun. In fact, it is said by our scientists that children smile and laugh more, much, much more than grown-ups do. In fact, more grown-ups people are very grumpy people. You will see, I know a lot of elders who are totally grumpy. It's very hard for them to smile, always negative, always upset with their life. And then there are some people who are in the middle, and then there are some who are very happy people, who are happy without any reason. And therefore, again, if you read Ramcharitmanas, again in there, Swami Goswami Tulsidas ji says, Swayam Sukhakari Hetu. He has written that book for himself. He loves to do that. Where the word is Swantaha Sukhaya. So he reads and writes Ram Nam for his own happiness. He doesn't do it for other people. It's good that other people benefit out of it, but he didn't do that for the primary cause. He did it for himself. So like when I do puja, when some doctor is giving medication, when a cleaner is cleaning, they like to clean and they like to do tidying. They like to have tidy life, tidy street, tidy house, tidy things. They like to put things in order. That's their primary satisfaction. Getting paid for that is a side bonus. That's how it should be. So with a child, innocence is one of the main things to learn. Learn to be innocent, learn to be blissful, and more so, a child is curious. Don't lose your curiosity. Learn things in life. And that's where the Veda mantras also teach us. Charai Vaiti, Charai Vaiti. Keep on moving, keep on learning. The next guru that he made was a maiden. And from maiden, we see that she's a poor lady. She's cooking in her house. She's very poor. She doesn't seek attention to herself, but accomplishes everything. And we can do that in our life as well. We don't need to seek attention for every little thing that we do in our life. A lot of people are show off. They get something, they show off. They get something else in their life, they show off. But because then they are comparing themselves with a lot of other people in their life. See, I've got better car than you. I've got a better house than you. Maybe even if I get a better wife, I can say, I've got a better wife than your wife. Same with the husband and vice versa. That leads us into stress. And that's not a good idea. And so we go further, and there is a lovely example that I like, where he makes the guru from a snake. How so? Snake is a unique creature. First of all, it doesn't walk in straight line. It goes in that way, correct? So we should learn to have our life which can wobble and still be happy. So if wind pushes us there, we go there, and we are not fighting it all the time. If wind pushes us this way, we go that way, and we are still not unhappy. So whether it comes rain or sunshine, we can adapt with both of them. Next, something about snake is snake can live virtually nearly everywhere. Anywhere it finds a nice place, a secluded area, a hole in the ground somewhere, it will happily live there. We can do the same thing if we are a yogi. A yogi person can live virtually everywhere in a very relaxed, comfortable way. Like Ram Bhagwan, he was happy in the jungle and he was happy in the palace. Vice versa, equally happy. There's another thing which is very unique with a snake, and that is snake loses his outer covering. Regularly, in their life cycles of a snake, snake loses his skin. and he does it willingly. It's kind of molting, and we need to do that. How? We are constantly losing skin. I don't know if you know that scientifically. Regularly, every day, we are losing so many millions of cells from our body everywhere. So, in a way, we are shedding skin as well, like snake. But here I am talking about something very different and special, and that is snake is losing his skin from outside. We should lose the skin from inside, in the sense, if you got negative habits, we want to lose them like the old skin, throw it away. If you got negative relationships, lose them, throw them away, don't hang on to them. If you got a negative plan in life, negative outlook in life, again, we should throw that away. And we should start with a fresh life, the fresh skin in our life. And so, do you see, from animals, we can learn so many lovely, lovely lessons. They are peculiarly unique in their lifestyles. Furthermore, he makes an example from an Aerosmith. Now, most of the people today won't be able to relate to these ideas because we don't see an Aerosmith anymore. We don't see people making arrows. But in ancient times, nearly all the time, we used to make so many arrows, and people used to make it at home. It was more of an industry because the arrows were used in wars, and this is how they used to prepare the arrows from home. So for war, you need too many arrows. And so, how do you do that? There's an example with arrows. Let me bring that up and I can share it with you. In the arrows, what you do, you have to make very intricate design, and you have to make it a very sharp end, and the end part has also got to be, the other end has to fit into the rope, into the string, and it has to be perfect alignment. You can't have a wobbly arrow, it doesn't work. So that is a big understanding. Okay, so in that, you want to make arrow which is very straight in line, and you, as an arrowsmith, you have to make sure it's straight in line. To do that, Aerosmith has to focus in. He used to focus so much. There is a story that one day a king's procession was passing. And as he was passing, he saw this arrowsmith. He was busy working. And the king saw that he didn't look up. And at that time, the arrowsmith said, "Sorry, king, I didn't know you were there." So he was so engrossed in his work. We need to do the same thing in our lives. We need to be focused in our work so much that we don't get disturbed by outer world. We need to be focused. Just now we are living in the world where we've got so many devices around us. They are making bleeping sounds, this, that, the other, and we get totally distracted all the time. We need to focus and concentrate. And that's what Dattatreya Maharaj said, that learn from an arrowsmith to make a straight arrow, in the sense, do your work straight and clear and right, whilst not getting distracted by what's happening around you. The next guru he made was a spider. Spider is very unique as well. How is it unique? Spider creates a web, uses it for himself to get the prey, and when the time comes, he abandons and gets rid of that net as well. We could do the same, and we should do the same, whereas very few people can understand this idea. You can make a big empire, big business, big houses, big successes around you. However, what will happen is that you can get entangled in it. You can get into trouble by just getting into connection with it all the time, thinking about it continuously all the time. So, how do you do this? What you do is get rid of connection with all these outside world and not touch it. Like a spider, you take the world, create the business, And then eventually, when you think that it's your time to finish off, you start packing up. Most people don't do that. And I know of a story. I would like to conclude with that story. I did a funeral ceremony prayers for somebody a while ago. And when I went to that family, the family was saying this uncle's pride was this house and his business. Until last day in his hospital, he was crying. He was crying, what will happen to my business? What will happen to my houses? All this business that I've created, it's all going to get ruined. There'll be nobody to take care of it. So rather than worrying about his passing away and his family crying and family upset, he was upset for himself. Do you see? And that is a problem. We need to focus and say that when it comes to time in our final stages of our life, we need to start packing up like a spider. We need to start wrapping it up. Like we started in our life with everything, we finish everything and we start pack up, clean up, and we tidy up so that when it's time to leave, all the dots of I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. It's done. You don't have no regrets. You've done what you should have done, and there is nothing left. Even doing the good karma in your life is already done. You haven't wasted your time saying, oh, I will do good karma when I retire. But when you are retiring, there is no health left to do any good karma. So do that now. Finally, the 24th one guru he made was a caterpillar. You know what the story is. The caterpillar starts as a small insect who walks, but eventually turns into a butterfly who flaps the wings and flies. My dear brothers and sisters, you and me, may we become like caterpillar. We started when we learned how to crawl, but may we grow and fly in the sense, may our ideas fly, may our seva, our support go wide enough. May we go far and wide and help the wider world. As we say, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, Sarve santu niramayaha, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, Ma kashchid dukkha bhag bhave. Meaning, may we spread the love of God, may we spread the divinity and good vibrations. And as we go ahead, I'd like to welcome Rosie Hirani, as she's saying Jai Shri Krishna to all. And on Facebook, we have got Dinesh Bhai Sachdev, Bharat Bhai Khanna, Maya Ben, and Chanda Ben Vyas. Again, Mara Ben, so nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining, as always you do. And with that, I think we would want to conclude because time is ticking away. And until tomorrow, I would like to say, Aap saune mara Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Siya Ram. God bless you. Have a lovely, lovely evening. So is Nita Ben Suchek also joining in. Thank you very much, Mara Ben. Have a lovely evening. Enjoy. Do great karma. Be satisfied with yourself. God bless you. Avjo. Bye-bye.
तेरी लीला सबसे है न्यारी न्यारी हरी हरी भजमन नारायण नारायण हरि हरि जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि श्रीमन नारायण नारायण हरि हरि श्रीमन नारायण नारायण हरि हरि तेरी लीला सबसे है न्यारी न्यारी